Welcome to the deep dive. So, you've brought us quite an interesting piece of audio today.
That's definitely a mix.
Yeah, it's called Trump Makes ICE Agent Do Their Job.mp3. And, well, it jumps between some pretty major policy claims and then suddenly a product review.
Exactly. Quite the combination.
So our job today is to kind of unpack both sides of this, see what the source is actually claiming, and what it says the implications are.
Right. Let's get into it.
Okay, so it kicks off really strong. The source claims Trump announced its, quote, open season on illegal immigrants, saying basically anyone here illegally could now face deportation. That sounds like a massive shift.
It does. And what's, particularly interesting is who the source says ICE will now target.
Okay.
It explicitly states they'll be going after immigrants who have not been convicted of a crime. It even repeats that.
Wow. Not convicted of a crime.
Yeah. So the source is framing this as a significant expansion of who's considered a priority for deportation.
And it gets even more specific, doesn't it? I recall something about privacy laws.
That's right. The source claims immigrants are now, quote, not protected under U.S. privacy laws. And also that border officials can detain migrants basically until deportation happens. No set time limit mentioned.
And these are reportedly memos based on Trump's executive orders. Still under review.
That's what the source says, yeah. Based on executive orders currently being reviewed. It also puts this in context a bit.
How so?
Well, it mentions Trump promised a new immigration order right after his first one. The travel pause got blocked by the Ninth Circuit Court.
Oh.
Apparently, he said something like, well, fine, we'll just write up another executive order, do it a different way. Meanwhile, we'll continue to fight the other one.
Right. And these new memos, the source says, got the green light from John Kelly.
Approved by John Kelly, who is Secretary of Homeland Security, then yes, that's the claim.
But there's a carve-out mentioned, right? DACA.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. The source is quite clear on that. It says, DACA, Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals, is here to stay. Meaning those children brought here illegally, they are still in place and will not be deported, according to this audio.
So that's one specific group protected amidst these broader claims.
And the source makes quite a bold statement comparing Trump to past presidents.
Oh, yeah. What does it say?
It claims Trump has essentially done what Obama and George W. Bush promised to do but couldn't.
Really? Just flat out states that.
Pretty much presents it as fact. Like, this is the fulfillment of promises others couldn't deliver on.
Okay. And what does the source predict the effect will be? It mentioned shockwaves.
Yeah, shockwaves through the illegal immigrant community. The argument in the audio is that these policies are only going to drive them deeper and deeper into the shadows.
Deeper into the shadows.
The prediction is they'll just vanish because, they feel their time is limited, their days are numbered.
So the source believes these policies will strongly influence behavior.
Definitely. It seems to see them as very effective in that sense.
And it gives an example, too, to kind of illustrate the problem it thinks this solves. Something about car accidents.
Yes. It mentions illegals driving around with no car insurance, getting in massive accidents, killing people. And then it asks, sort of rhetorically, you and what? You're screwed. There's no recourse against an illegal, especially if they have no documentation, no insurance.
And that's presented as what? Just one example?
Just one example,
yeah.
To show the kind of issues the source feels these policies address.
Okay. And then we get the pivot.
Right. Oh, yeah. Complete shift in gears. It's quite jarring, actually.
From immigration policy and deportations to a streaming device.
Called the Tiger Stream. And the tone shifts completely, too. Suddenly, it's incredibly positive.
Yeah, it says anyone that gets their hands on this is saving money. Like, it's a public service announcement almost.
It really does. It's framed as the way to get rid of cable for people paying high bills.
Right. Throw those bills away forever.
Cut the cord for good. No longer pay subscription for cable. It claims this device has separated itself from the rest of the competition.
So what exactly is this thing? According to the audio, what does it do?
It's described as a really handy device. Lets you stream live content straight to your TV.
Okay.
The source calls it the best media streaming Android device that I've ever used. High praise.
And the content claims are pretty wild.
Oh, yeah. It says you can watch every game that you could imagine.
Every game.
That's the claim. And every movie ever made since the 1930s.
Wow. Okay. That's ambitious.
Ambitious is one word for it.
And the cost-saving aspect is hit hard, right?
Absolutely. It claims the device literally pays for itself in just a few months. Calls it, hands down, one of the best options for a direct cable or satellite replacement box I've ever used.
And it's a new device. Going to change the game altogether.
That's the pitch. New, game-changing, saves you money, gives you everything. It's presented as a revolutionary product.
So wrapping this up for you, our listener, what do we make of this? We've just gone through source material that lays out some very specific, very impactful claims about immigration policy.
Really serious stuff.
And then, without missing a beat, pivots to this glowing, almost infomercial-style review of a streaming box.
It's definitely an unusual pairing of topics within the same report.
Yeah, it really makes you think, doesn't it? When you get information like this from a single source,
Right.
How do you process these completely different types of claims? One about sweeping policy changes, the other about, well, saving money on TV, both presented with such conviction.
Exactly. It kind of invites you, the listener, to think about how information gets packaged. Why might these two very different things be put together in one place? What does that tell us, if anything, about the source itself or its overall message?
Something to chew on, definitely. How the medium shapes the message, maybe, or just the nature of information streams today.
Could be. It's certainly a fascinating case study in source analysis.